No. Oh. Oh. Man, no, he didn't. Man, that's fake stuff. That's nah, nah. Okay, let me get. I'm trying to finish something. All right. Yeah, yeah. That's fake stuff. All right. Bye.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Riverhogs of Salt Lake City taking on the Blues of St. Louis. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys are playing extremely well, 8-2 over their last 10. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 30.
A look there at the numbers a week ago for Allen. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
He finds his man complete. That's Atkins. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
At the 38-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 13 yards as they got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
If they go wild, they're going to do it their own.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He finds his man complete. That's Atkins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now Allen. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
What a flag call.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Tyler Wallace, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Blues will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
It's a game with 2 quarterbacks that Vito against slogans.
Braden Narbison out for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
If they did that and get some good-ass defense. Ringenhoff got one of the top defense.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So
Vito,
out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him second in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
11 yards there, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold on so long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Tired. Really tired.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, it's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's go.
Here's DeVito.
No, couldn't get there out of that.
Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe
Nah.
the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
2
Just
yards
started,
the
Carter.
loss, 2nd and 12.
You gotta let them play their game. Play your game. You gotta keep up with it.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
And the St. Louis first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Riverhawks.
Now a give, right side. Sampson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Salt Lake City.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Past the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Riverhogs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Joey Sly.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's a tough stretch partner for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here comes Wallace, jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start.
Touchdown! Daniel Bellinger, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger.
St. Louis can get that ball up and down the field. Riverhouse got it. Top line deep. And
they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Setting up the screen for Sampson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
To throw, it's DeVito. He'll swing this out to Sampson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
A 4-yard gain.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. He'll try and do this himself. And taking down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down by
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the
It's a
defense.
loss of a yard.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
30-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Yeah.
He finds his man complete. That's Atkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. He finds his man complete. That's Atkins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Over the middle, complete. That's Wallace. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I got the play. They got him.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll get this complete to Tillman. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
That's good for a Salt Lake City.
Now it's DeVito. He finds his man complete. It's Morgan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
DeVito going to look to throw it. That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And the Salt Lake City first down.
To throw is DeVito. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll get this into the hands of Sampson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
To the air is DeVito. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
For the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The River Hogs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now he's going to step up and run. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and 11.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
Throwing now, DeVito. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Both these teams
are
balling the playoffs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And
that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Like the receiver couldn't see the ball, like he got lost in the sun or something. The defender could see the ball.
For the second time. Yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Looking like one of them defense
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
down. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now is the
wow, week 16. We got folks
right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now again, right side. Sampson.
He's
He'll
still
get it
up.
down to the 47 here. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And the Salt Lake City first down. 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's another Salt Lake City first
Here we
down.
go. Here we go.
In motion goes the tight end.
First down, Salt Lake City.
Ready. Ready.
On 1st down, Sampson. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is going pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, and maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Stepping back. Let it rip. He let it.
It's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th
That's what I love
down.
about this global football league.
You get the sense
All
that
these
they're saying
teams
we're
get
not playing
some
up to what
teams
we're
that they
capable
want.
of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Blues offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
We've hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
It's
Intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Clark. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
52 Blues. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Sly set to boot it. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
A gain of 9 yards. And the St. Louis first down. First and 10.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
At the 49-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Caught right side, Davis.
Going for that
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Narvis's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go.
Running right, here's Sanders. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. The fumble on first down, now here's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And on now is the punter, as he's on to kick it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 17-13, 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 24-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Johnson.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. He's back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now they'll audible to something else. He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Let's go.
On third down, Sampson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
A gain of 3
Now a
yards.
timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
30.
Back to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. Hut.
Back to throw.
Damn.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the metal lanes. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 1918. Set go.
Got him.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment
Okay.
defense.
That's it.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Set up.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start. Offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Now back to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the home team here, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.